Hey everyone, how are you? I figured you guys are here early, so I should probably follow suit. So yeah, we're a couple minutes early. I do have to get off exactly 7 o'clock. So figured since there were people on, I might as well just get started early. So we do have a couple updates on 10 states, I think, if my math is correct. Um, I'll go through a couple of the chat items and then I'll go through the updates on the states that I looked up. And if I don't have an update on your state, it's not that I don't love you. It's just I'm only able to do a couple a day. And I don't want to, because I did 15 a day and that was pretty exhausting. And, anyway. Uh, so in a little bit, probably at 6 o'clock, I'll go through the states that I'm going to be giving updates on. And those states are Iowa, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Hawaii, Kansas, Kentucky, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Missouri. If you are in a state you want me to do research on, put it in the chat and I will report back tomorrow with what I find. Okay, so I'll just get started with the chat. And again, I'll go through the updates that I found. Jerry, nothing yet. But other people in Kentucky are saying that they got theirs, but not sure what they're on. Yeah, and that's what's so confusing about all this because you don't know what program they are on. And sometimes they don't even know what program they're on. They're just like, yeah, I got paid. And then even if they might be on PUC or PUA, depending on the state, some states are paying the people that have not totally exhausted PUA and PEUC first before the people that had expired PUA and PEUC. So yeah, it's very confusing. I do have an update on Kentucky from the top of my head. I don't know what it is, but just hang on for 5 minutes and I'll give you what I found. Joseph, I filed but no money. I filed Sunday. So Joseph, curious what state you are in. PA, nothing. Yeah, I'm getting to Pennsylvania. I think there's hope in PA actually. Iowa, still nothing. PUA unemployment tracker says 115, still nothing. Yeah, I'll do an update on Iowa in a couple of minutes, I think. Yeah, Iowa's on my list. Val, just want to tell you, received an email this morning from New Jersey. You're getting 11 weeks retro from December 27th. Yeah, I know it's so hard to just wait and do nothing, right? But honestly, that's the best thing to do because, and a lot of you are anxiously waiting to get paid. The best thing to do is absolutely nothing. Don't create a brand new account. Don't reapply. Don't do anything unless you are instructed to by your state, because I'm hearing actually horror stories of people that are now being investigated because there are 2 claims. Now, you'll eventually get paid. However, there might be a delay. So definitely don't try to avoid doing anything extra that you should be doing. Keith, yes, I do have an update on PUA, Pennsylvania. Juan says, well, it's getting closer, New Jersey. Hopefully, Juan, you got an email just like Val did. That would be nice. And I don't understand why they don't do that. All you got to do is send an email. It's not that hard to send a mass email. Angelo, New Jersey, we got $600 yesterday. When do you think the other $300 will come? Probably, maybe the next time you get paid. That's a bizarre amount, though. Why would you only get 2 weeks and not? Yeah. Again, Angelo, it all depends on the program that you were on, right? So they could be paying out FPUC differently depending on the program. That's why it's impossible to do research on 50 states plus the various different programs that you're on, and it's crazy. So unfortunately, I don't have an answer. Hopefully, Angelo, you get that extra money when you claim again. That's what I'm hoping for. Lee, yes, I do have an update on Wisconsin. Keith says, people who bank account were closed, are they getting a paper check? Yes, that was what I had heard, that if you have a closed bank account and you will get a check from the stimulus. Tin Man, PEUC, I've confirmed The 2nd, the 9th, both claims were confirmed by emails, no payment, but I did get, yes, I do have an update on that, actually. And then Patricia follows suit. What's going on with Pennsylvania? I only got 2 weeks since the end of December. No $300 a week. Should be getting 600 or 900. So yeah, you should definitely be getting, I think we're in our third completed week, I think. So 900, I think you should be getting. So yeah, just give it a couple more minutes and I'll go through all my updates as quickly as I can. Dr. J, yes, I do have some news. So yeah, I will definitely share that information. Brother Lance, Sister Kim is wise and a good woman. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think it's just a matter of being at the right place at the right time and just seeing the right updates. But yeah, I'm trying to keep up. Dr. J, I also had a balance. Oh, when PUA ended December 26th, will that carry over to the extended PUA? Yes, it will. In fact, I just recorded a video specifically about PUA, the details of PUA, and then I did a separate one for PEUC. So I would be uploading them, one tomorrow and then one the next day. So maybe I'll just do PUA tomorrow, and then I'll upload the PEUC the next day. But yes, you would carry it over. So if you find yourself that you have a balance of PUA or PEUC left over from December 26th, you should see that money back in your account. And what that's going to do is, with the new bill extension, as we know, PEUC and PUA were extended 11 weeks. So we would get paid up until March 13th. However, if you have a balance left over at the end of 2020, you could get paid up until April 14th, I think. So it gives you an extra 4 weeks of payment, which is pretty cool. So hopefully it'll relieve, some sort of mental stress. Hopefully there's a period of time they don't have to worry about this unemployment nonsense. Hester, how are you? I am doing awesome, and I hope you are as well. Thanks for being here, as always. 430 Trees, talk to me something about California. Oh boy, yeah, California's a tough one. I will do the best I can with California. I really will. I'm a little intimidated because there's so much going on there. There are 2 YouTubers you can follow for California-specific stuff, Shelly's Millions and Ginny Silver. They do specific videos on California, and they're awesome. I just can't keep up. Jose, can I reply by calling the EDD, or should I fill out on my portal? What do you think is better and more convenient? I would personally, whether it's California or not, I would rather you put any information in the portal, because if you call them to give them some sort of information, you never know what that rep's going to do with that information. Meaning, could they just not even enter it anywhere? Whereas at least if it's in the portal, then you know it's in there. Therefore, if another rep has to look at your case, it's documented in there. I mean, if you had the choice, obviously. Carlos, do you know when New Jersey will start weekly unemployment payment? Carlos, I don't. What program are you specifically talking about? Please research Missouri. I think, yes, Missouri is on my list for tonight to update. That was for Rose. Yeah, Angelica, I will definitely try to do California as best I can. K&A vlogs, New Jersey, please, for the 11-week lapse. I did New Jersey yesterday. What did I find? And then I'll get into the other states. Let's see what I found. Okay, anyone that is on. Okay, so the people that were on PUA and PEUC that did not exhaust their benefits at the end of the year, plus extended benefits, should not see any interruption in benefits and should continue filing weekly. This is specifically in New Jersey. Anyone who had PUA and PEUC expire prior to December 26th, there will be a lapse in payment. Fortunately, I don't have any specific dates in New Jersey. But check your emails because Val said that she received an email. Richard, hi, my unemployment UI is expired March 14th. What is next? So, Richard, if it expires March 14th of 2021, then what you should do is file a brand new claim all over again. However, in the meantime, you should be able to collect on PEUC. If you were previously on regular unemployment and PEUC during the year 2020, then you should be reverted back onto PEUC. And getting across for Indiana. And I will definitely do that. Jerry, you are welcome. Denise, Washington State, nothing yet. They said January 15th. It's been December 26th. All right, so I can do Washington State. And then Brandy wants Utah. And guys, it's not that I don't want to do all 50. It's just, whew, there's a lot going on there. it's a lot of work. And it makes me mad too at the same time because I want everyone to start to get paid, including myself, right? Well, my husband. Okay, so I will get in. Oh, wow, people jumped on quickly. Okay, so I'm going to go over an update on 10 states, and then I will go back onto chat. And for those of you that just joined, please like this video if you get any value out of it. That would be awesome. I do go live Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I'll go through the states, the updates on the states that I have, and then I'll go back onto chat. And in the event I don't answer your chat question, I apologize. I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can. So these are the states I'm going to give an update for. Iowa, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Hawaii, Kansas, Kentucky, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Missouri. So we will start with Colorado because it's alphabetical order. So if you were in the state of Colorado, there was actually a town hall yesterday. I didn't listen to it, but just so you guys know, it seems like they might be doing that hopefully on a regular basis, like on a weekly basis or whatever. So it would be very beneficial for you to get on that, just so they might be actually talk about dates and stuff like that. However, it seems as though only claimants on regular unemployment can request payment now. Our systems have not been reprogrammed to address anyone on PUA, PEUC, or extended benefits. We will notify these claimants when system have reprogrammed for the latest extensions. So again, if you get a chance, definitely attend those town halls because hopefully they might give some sort of dating, like a specific date, like an ETA of when things will get ready. Hawaii is next. And is this, hold on, let me just check something. Some states really give great information. Okay, that's not what I thought it was. All right, so Hawaii, oh, my dad's trying to call me. Okay, hold on. Okay, the department is diligently working to build additional programs with its unemployment computer system to process. Any benefits delayed will be paid right. So unfortunately in Hawaii, I don't have any specific update, to be honest with you. Okay, actually, it looks like programming updates and federal funding has allowed the department to initiate benefit payments for PUA claimants that have certified eligible claims for the week ending January 2nd, which should be processed this weekend. So I just got that, I think on the last update I got from Hawaii was January 8th. So hopefully if you're on PUA, you should have gotten paid. That's what it sounds like to me. However, it looks like for PUC, you might be waiting. Okay, so here's another update from January 15th. The inactive claims have been returned to an active status. Claimants and only those claimants that have exhausted or are exhausting regular unemployment and benefits now may apply for PEUC. And that's all the information that I have for Hawaii. So hopefully that helps someone. I know it really doesn't say much. Iowa. They encourage claimants to continue filing their weekly claims online. They will work diligently to release all eligible payments as quickly as possible, including any additional weeks of benefits a claimant could potentially be eligible for with the implementation of the new program extension. So unfortunately, I don't have an ETA for that because they didn't provide one. Kansas. So whoever's in charge of unemployment, they didn't commit to a firm time frame, but they said that they're talking about only being delayed by days or possibly weeks, not months. So in other words, there's no ETA in Kansas, and they're working as quickly as possible. So again, unfortunately, there's no update. Kentucky, I actually have a resource for you, but okay. Here's something. Does it talk about when you would be getting paid? Anyway, whatever. I'm just going to put it in the chat. Definitely read through that if you are in Kentucky. It's frequently asked questions, and obviously I don't want to hold everyone up on the chat, but it might talk about when you could receive payment. I'm not 100% sure, but if it's not there, that means that there is no ETA of for Kentucky, but I just thought it was helpful. So if you live in Kentucky, I just put a resource in the chat for you that I thought was kind of helpful. Michigan hopefully says by the end of the month. Claimants who did not exhaust their original 13 weeks of PUC or their original 39 weeks of PUA will be able to claim the balance of remaining weeks, beginning with the week ending January 2nd. Payments will include the extra $300. However, if you have exhausted PUC or PUA, please continue to check the website. There's no need to contact customer service. So in other words, there's no ETA on that, which obviously seems like a trend, right? Missouri, PEUC and PUA update. They've received guidance. Oh, that's right. I got this from Twitter because they didn't update anything on their website. They're working to implement the extensions as soon as possible. Again, that's for PEUC and PUA, and this is for the state of Missouri. The U.S. Department of Labor has not published guidance on the implementation of PUA. So from what it sounds like in Missouri, they might be completing programming for PEUC prior to PUA, unfortunately, because they didn't receive whatever information that they know. Unfortunately, I could not find an ETA of when any of that would be fixed. North Carolina, I think I mentioned I was going to give an update. Unfortunately, there's nothing to be found. I found absolutely nothing. I looked on the website, social media, nothing. And for those of you just joining, I'm just going to run through just like 3 more updates on specific states that people were requesting that I do research on, and then I'm going to get into answering questions in the chat. However, something for North Carolina, because yesterday or Monday was a holiday, there will be a delay in payments. So please allow 48 hours for payments to fully process. So that was North Carolina. Pennsylvania. Okay, here we go. So PUA should be fixed, and people on PUA should be able to file Sunday. Let's hope. Now, I know that there's also an issue with Pennsylvania and the PEUC, meaning if you had weeks left over, then people, I believe, got paid for the 16th. However, they did not get paid for the 2nd and the 9th. They are currently being processed. So in other words, you should receive them soon. That's my update. People that have exhausted PUC, which is my situation, I could not find anything on it. So not sure about that, but I will definitely keep looking. Let's see what else. I think we have one more. Wisconsin. If you are on PUC, individuals who have not exhausted PUC should keep filing their weekly claims and will continue to get paid. If you need to file a new claim for PUC, you will be prompted to do so in your portal. You will be paid after the updates are made to our system. Again, that was PUC. This is PUA. Individuals who have not yet exhausted the PUA benefits should continue filing and will continue to get paid. And if you took a break from filing or it exhausted, you need to file a new claim for PUA. You will be prompted to do so in your portal. So this was for the state of Wisconsin, and this is the first time that I've seen a state require people on PUA to actually create a new claim on PUA. So if you exhausted PUA in the state of Wisconsin, they want you to do a new claim. Okay, so that's it. Those are the updates on the states. And then tomorrow I will do a research on California, which again, that's like a monster in itself. Indiana, Washington State, and Utah. And of course, if I find anything else out in Pennsylvania, I will definitely report that as well. Massachusetts, I think I did Massachusetts yesterday. I don't think there was any update on Mass, to be honest with you. The last I heard about Massachusetts is they were paying for everything. So if you're having issues in Massachusetts, definitely reach out to unemployment. Again, easier said than done, right? Brianna, news started paying unemployment Monday. It was $600. Sweet. Oh, yeah, we're starting to get 1099s, right? Rose, I got my last PUC payment today in Missouri. Rose, hopefully you will soon see an extension of PUC, so then you can be able to collect until March 14th. Ohio, when are they paying the $300? So if you are new to my channel, I try to provide some resources. I did put in a chat a extra $300 booster tracker. So in Ohio, it looks like, okay, so in Ohio, for those that have exhausted PUC before the CARES Act expired, the target implementation for the extra $300 is January 31st. If you exhausted PUA before the CARES Act expired, the target implementation date, February 26th. So yeah, if you actually, everyone definitely take a look at what I just put in the chat. At the bottom, there's information for people that live in California, Virginia, and of course, I just read Ohio. So those are the only updates I'm going to do specifically for states. So I want to get to the more broader question. So yeah, a lot of people are getting their 1099s. They're just in preparation for filing taxes for 2020. So what you need to do is, a lot of people, at least that I saw in the various Facebook groups that I'm in for unemployment, they're not seeing their income that they receive from unemployment correctly. They're not seeing it all add up. Now, keep in mind that obviously whatever money you received on unemployment is taxable. So you should see that money on your 1099. And that also includes the FPUC payment, which was the extra $600 that we got back in the summer. And it also includes the LWA payments. So, but definitely add up and make sure the numbers make sense. Because again, I'm seeing a lot of people, they're not understand, they're seeing a difference in what's on the 1099 and what they actually got paid. And oh, Joey, South Carolina. Yep. I will write that down. Renee, California. Got it. Peggy. Oh, do you know what to do in Pennsylvania if your PUA has been saying processing since July? The best thing to do, and I know this is impossible, is just reach out. It could be, did you upload your identification or any kind of ID, or did you do the Idme? Can't remember when they rolled that out, but maybe it's an identity thing. Maybe they need some sort of information from you, but of course they're not reaching out because they're overwhelmed. So unfortunately, and as much as I hate to say this, the best thing to do is just reach out, and hopefully, if you can get through, hopefully someone will actually be able to help you. Rose says, in the beginning of January, a representative put an application for PUA. I didn't ask her. I just told her PUC was going to run out on January 20th. Put in an application for, I didn't ask her. I told her PUC. Okay. Yeah, Rose, sorry. I don't understand what that means, what you were trying to convey, and I apologize for that. Bird the Beauty, I just bought a 40-cent soup. Again, hopefully they, with the new bill, if they were to extend a new bill on top of the bill that was just extended, hopefully they will do it prior to at least 4 to 6 weeks before this program expires, so we don't have to worry about any issues, with getting paid again. Danielle, anything about disqualified for PUA in Pennsylvania? Yes, apparently that's a common thing. It's just, I think that's showing up for people that have exhausted their PUA benefits. So don't worry, it's common. It's happening to a lot of people. I'm hoping that once they finish programming their system, it will eventually go away. So definitely, if you live in Pennsylvania and you're on PUA, try to file on Sunday. Willard, Florida, got a confirmation of $375 coming my bank account, 3 weeks, PUA 125. So will I get the 300 weeks or 300 weeks? Will I also get 3 weeks of $300 as on top of that? Yes, you should. Florida, are they paying out? Okay, so it does look like Florida has at least started paying out the $300. I'm not sure how it worked out back when you got paid the extra $600, whether you got paid at the same time as your normal unemployment or maybe a couple days after. But it does look like Florida is actually paying. So yeah, I mean, you will definitely get it. The bigger question is, will you get it tomorrow with your regular payment? Will you get it, next week? That I'm not sure of, but you will definitely get it, and hopefully soon, considering Florida is already paying. Renee, my unemployment finished on January 4th, and I haven't received an extension. Yeah, Renee, it's probably because your state is probably still in the middle of building the PEUC extension. So I would hope that soon, and again, I'm not sure what state you're in, Renee, but hopefully soon you'll be able to certify for PEUC and, get on that program. But you should, if you just filed regular or you just finished regular unemployment, your next program would be PEUC. You just have to wait for your state to finish programming that state. Ray from Ohio, still denied 3 weeks, no 300 or even my base pay. Yeah, Ohio, not sure if you were aware, but apparently they're moving people from one system to another. I know the ETA was the 3rd or 4th week in January for Ohio to start paying out. So hopefully soon. Dave says, Massachusetts telling me now to reapply to get PEUC. as benefit year expired, but it won't let me apply with no job income in the last 52 weeks. I'm not sure what to do as EB expired last week. Okay, so you're, yeah, I mean, and that's going to be in a lot of people, especially around March time, they're going to be in the same situation where they're going to be asked to reapply, but they don't have any income for the year 2020. I suggest uploading um sorry, I'm just thinking it's like, well, you can upload the 1099 that you received from unemployment showing that you didn't have a job. No, but maybe upload any 1099 or 2019 like W2 or W4 or whatever you get at the 1040. I always get those confused. Yeah, I mean, you should definitely actually, yeah, you should definitely be back on PUC. But when you apply for PUC, it is asking you for an income. See, and that's what's so confusing because Pennsylvania, you're automatically just placed on the PUC, whereas other states you have to do extra stuff, and that's why it's hard to keep up with all 50 states. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I mean, just anywhere that you can put like I didn't work, or I would just upload your 2019 tax information or a pay stub from 2019 just to show that, because I mean you will or you should be placed back onto PUC. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Utah, Brandy, I think, did I go over Utah? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, yeah, I would definitely go over Utah tomorrow. JC, does anyone know why I haven't got my money on PUA? Yeah, it depends what state you are in. Yeah, Janice was asking what state you're in. Thank you, Denise. New Mexico. JC says New Mexico. I think, right? Yeah. New Mexico. Yeah, they're still updating their systems, unfortunately. That was the last update I have for New Mexico. So that's why. Lewis, is Missouri getting the extra $300? So yes, every state is going to be receiving the extra $300 every single week. And as long as you're collecting at least $1 from unemployment, you will receive that extra $300 boost. Bird the Beauty in California. I know. And you live in the most expensive state too. It's so unfortunate that they have to wait this long to pay us. Denise, they said January 15th, nothing yet. What do you think is going on? I just think that implementation took longer than they expected, unfortunately. Vise Life. I claimed 6th and the 9th and 16th. I only received regular payment for 1 week today. Any ideas why only 1 week with no boost yet at all? So I'm curious, Vise, if you are in Pennsylvania. If you are, those other 2 weeks should be paid any day now. And as far as the extra $300 boost in the state of Pennsylvania, you actually receive that money a week after you receive your regular unemployment. Michael, yeah, I did an update on Pennsylvania earlier in the stream, like around 5 to 8 minutes in the beginning of the stream if you want to go back. But yeah, it's crazy. Hopefully Sunday we'll have some good news. Rita, when filing biweekly claim, ask, are you separated from your employer? What exactly constitutes separated? So yeah, my interpretation would be, do you work for them, right? So are you separated? That's a Pennsylvania question, isn't it? Because someone else asked that. I hadn't seen that question before, which is bizarre because typically you should answer all those questions as no, but for some reason, I would want to answer yes to that question because you are separated from them, right? Because you're not working for them. That would be my interpretation. But obviously, if you are if you're unsure, I would definitely reach out to unemployment because obviously I don't want to answer incorrectly. North Dakota. Okay, yeah, we'll do research on North Dakota, Jimmy. Shepherd Sims, I'm from Philly. Tried to file my biweekly claim on January 17th, but it says you currently have a claim established and however, it's inactive. Can I reactivate or open another claim? No, yeah, definitely do not open up or activate anything yet. So in the state of Pennsylvania, when your I can't remember if it's when your regular claim or PUC or maybe both, it will say that you have an inactive claim. So for example, when we were collecting extended benefits in the state of Pennsylvania, the entire time it said my claim was inactive, or at least for most of the time. It's only saying that right now because Pennsylvania still has to update their PEUC system, which I'm assuming that would be the program that you would go back onto. So don't do anything yet. Try to file on Sunday. I know PUA in Pennsylvania is supposed to be fixed on Sunday. I'm hoping PEUC would be too if you've exhausted PEUC. So yeah, don't do anything yet. Try to file on Sunday, and hopefully we'll come back next week with our accounts good to go. Rick, Wisconsin. I think I talked about Wisconsin today, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. So again, if you for Rick, go back to the beginning of the stream, like 5-10 minutes in, and I go over Wisconsin. Oklahoma, I don't think Oklahoma's any closer. I think I did oh gosh. Okay, Oklahoma. If you've exhausted PEUC or PUA or extended benefits, you should be paid out by January 24th. Well, you should be able to claim probably by January 24th. So hopefully that applies to you. That's what I have for Oklahoma. Hopefully that helps. And K&A Vlogs wants to ask Val, because she's in New Jersey too. She's waiting for the email to certify weeks of PUC. So Val, if you can go over a little bit more detail of what was in that email that you got from Department of Labor, that would help the Jersey folks. Oh, Scott, you are welcome. Ohio. Yeah, yesterday on my stream, I think I covered Ohio. Oh, you know what? I'll just send this real quick. I'm actually going to be doing a video specific for Ohio, actually. For Jawan, in the chat, I just put a link for Ohio, or anyone that's in Ohio. Check out the chat. I put a link on there. It has dates for everything. Well, maybe not everything, but it has dates, ETAs of the program dates. Ned Zed. What about St. Louis, Missouri? Just telling me to in process, but I've been getting PUA and it just stopped. Yeah, so what they do, and this is all unemployment, whenever we get a brand new quarter, which I didn't think they did this for PUA, but maybe they do. Obviously, the first thing that you probably want to do is, if you've been receiving payment, everything's good to go, and all of a sudden your payment stops, the best thing to do is reach out to the unemployment office for that state. And the reason for that is because every quarter, in every state, they review they re-review everyone's claim to make sure that they are on the correct program, because your income qualifications or your income could potentially change, therefore could change the program that you're on. So for example, when you first filed for regular unemployment, if you went that route, they take the last, 3 or 4 or 5 quarters or something, of your income, and they do some kind of crazy calculation. So the next quarter, then they're taking the previous 4 to 5 quarters from that date, and your income could change or the calculation could change. So, um, for me personally, every time our unemployment went in progress and we stopped getting paid, I reached out to unemployment and they had to manually review my claim to make sure that I was on the same program. And then they would release the funds a couple days later. So if you are in Missouri and other people in PUA are getting paid and you're not, then definitely reach out to unemployment. Brandy, Ohio says you have to reapply if benefits are exhausted for all. Do you know when they would start issuing them? Um, I don't think I do, but I am going to do more research on Utah tonight or tomorrow morning, and hopefully I'll find a date. C4 Day, PA only got 1 week. Yes. Supposedly, you only got paid probably for the most recent time, but not the previous 2 weeks. There was an issue with the system, and you should be receiving payment in a couple days. At least that's what I read on Facebook by someone that reached out to unemployment, and that's what unemployment said. Jimmy, North Dakota. Oh, yeah, I already wrote that down. Rose, you're welcome. Oh, Jeff, thank you. Good evening to you, and thank you for the compliment. Michael, you still haven't received anything for extended benefits? They should have fixed that. I would definitely reach out to unemployment. Go through the chat, because for me personally, chat's a lot easier than the phone. Lori, I did go over Michigan earlier. I think. See, I'm forgetting. Did I? Yeah. So, yeah, I really don't have much in Michigan. Oh, they said hopefully by the end of the month. If you want more details, I did go over Michigan in a little bit more detail in the beginning of the live stream. Hakim, the PUA situation. Yes, try to file on Sunday for Pennsylvania PUA. Update, Tyrone. Update time. Carlos, I'm talking about regular unemployment. Do I have to reapply? Great question. So, sorry. Sometimes I'll read your question and then I'll get lost in the chat and forget what I was just doing. So, great question, Carlos. So, when you apply for regular unemployment, you have the claim is good for a year, right? So, on your unemployment claim, you will see a expiration date or a benefit year end date. And what you want to do, the only time you want to file for regular unemployment all over again is when your current claim expires and you want to file for a brand new claim like the day after that it expires. That is the only time that you should need to reapply, unless obviously the state tells you otherwise, like, hey, you have to apply for PUC or PUA or whatever. Georgia. Do I have a... Okay, here's what I have for Georgia. And again, I'm going to be doing separate videos for Ohio and Georgia, going over these in detail. And the reason why I'm doing videos on those specific states is because they have an amazing outline. So if you are in the state of Georgia, Go in the chat because I just put in a resource for you that walks you through an amazing timeline of when you can actually expect to get paid. Lou, California here. Welcome. Oh my goodness. And I am way lost in the chat. All right, hold on here. I have to. Sorry, guys. I am trying to clean up the chat here because there's someone that just keeps posting the same thing over and over again. Okay. And again, I probably skipped a few chats because apparently when I get too far, when the chat gets ahead of me, and I try to move it around, it skips some. So if I do skip your question, I do apologize. I didn't do it on purpose. LNM, what if I exhausted all my PEUC? What do I need to do? So you should be placed back onto PEUC, actually, because they extended PEUC benefits up until March 14th. So you should be good to go for a little bit. I'm not sure if Wisconsin has what's called extended benefits. If you were to exhaust PEUC, you could be placed on that. But like I said, if you collected PEUC prior to, last year, then you will still get paid, or you are eligible for an extra 11 weeks starting December 27th up until March 13th. Matt, what is the additional paperwork? I keep hearing about PUA. Oh, Pennsylvania, PUA and PA. That's a lot. Okay, so a couple of things. Number one is they want to confirm your identity. So make sure you go through Idme as quickly as you can. Number two, and that's for all states. So they do want to prove your identity. If you've been on PUA for a while and you already did this, then obviously you don't need to do it again. So you don't need to worry about it. But go through the Idme, as well as they want income documentation, any kind of whatever you have. And again, it's not just for Pennsylvania, it's for all states. They are requiring income documentation within 90 days of, I forget what the date is, but you have 90 days to submit this for PUA if you were currently collecting PUA. So that could be paycheck, a 1099. It could be any sort of proof that you at one point had a job, or that you were a consultant or self-employed, just any kind of income, any kind of proof that shows that you were working at some point. Now, what if you are a person that isn't self-employed? If you don't provide any income documentation, then I don't know if they would automatically send you a form, but I was reading about that you could get a form to fill out to kind of state your case of why you're collecting PUA. Like maybe you had to quit your job because you had to watch your kid because schools were closed or something like that. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Kane, what paperwork in PA? Was that answering? Hopefully I just answered that. Eugene, how come Pennsylvania's not paying out? They're still programming their systems for PUA and PEUC. So unfortunately, we just have to sit back and wait. Darren, I have my 1099-G form, and I can't file my taxes till February 4th when their system's fully updated. I was told by my tax filer. Yeah, I'm actually impressed that they got the 1099s out so quickly. But yeah, there is something about February 4th. I think I did hear that too. Wisconsin has to keep waiting for the PEU extension. So frustrating, isn't it? Janetta, how many weeks are we getting the $300 boost? Great question. So 11 weeks total. It would be from December 27th to March 13th. However, that makes 11 Yeah, March 13th. So 11 weeks. Marion, I'm in PA and they said payment benefit control. I have no idea what that means. Not sure. Not familiar with that terminology. Oh, and then Matt's asking the same thing. I have no idea. Payment? Wow, that's not even descriptive at all. Yeah, I'll see what I can find out. Shep from Philly. I have a claim that says inactive. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I already answered you. Yeah, do not reopen anything. You'll get placed on a PEUC. Definitely try to file on Sunday and hopefully we'll be good to go. Yes, Troy, in the chat, I did put a resource for Georgia specifically. Actually, I did cover Michigan. Did I do it today or did I do it yesterday? Yeah, I covered Michigan earlier. I don't have an update, unfortunately. Like, I don't have specific dates because I couldn't find them. So, yeah, but I did cover Michigan in the beginning of the stream. GMC Sierra, I've not gotten an update on my PUC. I verified, called 5 times. They just say to wait. Been pending since GMC, what state are you in? It's probably just because the state still has to still update their system, right? Which I know I hate saying that it's like no big deal, but obviously it's a big deal. LNM. So I keep filing my claim. It depends what state you are in. If your state directs you to, then yes. I mean, it's not going to hurt if you do, and the state isn't ready for you to, because even if you start filing, if the state hasn't 100% programmed the system, then obviously you're not going to get paid. So yeah, just keep filing, and then hopefully you'll eventually get a lump sum. Manual, I just applied for unemployment and got $400. Is that normal? So did you certify? So you certify for unemployment and maybe your state benefits is $100 and maybe you got the extra $300 on top of that. So if your regular unemployment is $100, then yeah, the $400 does make sense. Yeah, Shep and Eugene. Yeah, a lot of people says, I think mine still says inactive as well. So I will go on for another 10 minutes. And oh my gosh. Danielle, thank you very much. I will be tuning more to you. You're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get as much information out of my brain as I can. So no, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Keith. Yes, if PUA, yes. So if you're on PUA, PEUC, no matter what program you were on, if you are currently not getting paid, rest assured that you will get a back pay from December 27th. God, why do people just repeat the same question? It really clogs up the chat. So Michigan exhausted December 20, the extension. Yeah, I didn't have a specific date on when Michigan will be finished implementing the extension of the program. So unfortunately, I don't have that information. Delo, in the chat, I did put information regarding Georgia, like a website. Jack, so I filed for, yes. Yeah, Jack. So Jack filed for the 2 weeks in January, didn't get paid, however, got paid for the 3rd week. I read on Facebook that someone talked to someone in customer service that they should have a fix for that, and you should be getting paid in a couple days. I think that's what they said. Oh, let's see. Where is it? Uh, what's it say? Actually, it's on my, they're being processed. So hopefully in a couple days. Virginia, I think I covered Virginia yesterday. Uh, okay, Virginia, wait. PUA for those. So if you did not exhaust your PUA, you should be getting paid. However, if you did exhaust PUA or PUC in the state of Virginia, the implementation date is January 28th. And Joe, that was for you. Jegs, Washington State got 2 weeks worth of the boost only. Yeah, maybe they just have to kind of keep up with themselves. Maybe they just have to finish implementing the boost. Pennsylvania, wow, I don't know if Pennsylvania is the same way actually. Yeah, I just give it a week or two and hopefully it'll eventually catch up with itself. Irish, yeah, Ohio is kind of backed up. 8 weeks and pending. Do I have a resource for you? Yeah, here's if you live in Ohio, here is a really good resource that I found for target dates. Rhonda, you sound so good today. Not so congested. I hope you had a fabulous evening. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. And I apologize. I took Sudafed today. Maybe that's why. I've had so many sinus surgeries like in my life that there's nothing. I'm on allergy drops. So yeah, if I do sound congested and it's annoying, I do apologize. I did have surgery last year. I don't get headaches anymore, but I guess I still sound awful. But so yeah, I sorry if I'm annoying in my sinuses, but thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that. Hakim, I dig your cool, calm character, mellow. Thank you. It's hard to it's so hard though, right? Sometimes because you just especially looking up all these state statuses, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just so frustrating because it's affecting so many people. But now I appreciate that very much. Master AB, I finally got paid today for my PEUC claim, but I didn't get the extra $300. On top of it, I live in PA. So yeah, the way that extra $300 works in the state of Pennsylvania is you'll receive that a week later, actually. So great that you got paid today, which was what? Today's Wednesday. You should receive it by next Wednesday, the extra $300 boost. Georgia, I think you already asked. I put a link in the chat. Do I know anything about the Missouri $300? Missouri. No, I don't. There's no ETA. When I did my research, I don't think I found anything on the extra $300 in Missouri either. So unfortunately, no, I don't have an update, and I just did research on it last night. So I apologize. Salty. Also, my inquiry says something about exhausted benefits. So yeah, once the state updates their system, then hopefully you'll receive some sort of email or something in the mail telling you that you can go ahead and certify. Peggy, where do I find Idme in Pennsylvania? That is only in the PUA portal. I don't think it's for regular unemployment. So yeah, you'll definitely find it there. So Lance, did I miss PUA in Pennsylvania? Yes. So the target date is, from what I read from someone that heard from someone from PUA employment office, January 24th, which is Sunday. Hopefully you can file for PUA certification. Brandon. See, I know it's Brandon, and because I recognize your picture. Okay, Brandon is from New Jersey. I'm a gig worker and I get paid in cash. I already notated why I'm on unemployment and showed them my ID. Is that enough? I'm not 100% sure. That's a great question. You know what? Where was I? You know what, Brandon? I was listening to something and I have to think of what it was. But one of the questions was, what if I get paid in cash? How do I prove that? Um, Gosh, I got to think of what I was listening to. So there's no other. I mean, I guess you could, yeah, show me your ID. What else could you possibly show them? Maybe like some roots or something, or there's got to be a summary of the jobs that you did as a gig worker, right? So maybe do a screenshot of that. Um, I got to think of what I was listening to. There also might be a form that you could fill out and upload, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm sure New Jersey would have something like that. Um, but yeah, something little like previous gigs that you did that shows that you actually completed them. Hopefully that would work. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. But yeah, I gotta remember what I was listening to regarding the cash. Cause yeah, I should have paid attention a little more. Jeremy, anyone waiting on PUA? I heard PUA is the last state's priorities, and that's why it's taking so long. Yeah, I think every state is different, right? So, um, Chris, right? I know. Yeah, Kim needs a moderator for spamming. Yeah, and I'm sorry I didn't see that sooner. But yeah, hopefully you don't see that anymore. Um, yeah, I don't know about that. It might be the most complicated to program, and maybe that's why it's being it's last. But every state is different, so it's hard to figure out what's going on. Diana, we got to get another round of stimulus before we get PUA. I'm in Georgia. They said within 2 weeks, which will hopefully be next week. Yeah, Diana, I did put a resource specifically for Georgia in the chat. So definitely scroll down and pick that because it does have specific dates. And I'll do a separate video on Georgia as well. Yeah, are we gonna get it? I think they're talking about a stimulus check along with a brand new extension of PUA in the next bill. Um, I guess anything's possible that they could, throw out a stimulus before the next PUA extension. But who knows? That'd be nice, right? And that's why I feel very strongly with people getting a stimulus check right now. I wouldn't be opposed to them doing that simply because people need this money because obviously it's taken the states a long time to program the unemployment. Michigan, I think I did. Did I do Michigan earlier? Yeah, I did Michigan in the beginning of the stream. However, the only thing I have is emails will be sent to claimants, and Michigan says hopefully by the end of the month. But I don't have any specific dates, unfortunately. All right, so I think, yeah, so I'm going through. Dewan, in the chat, I did put a Ohio resource that you can check out. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, I did kick Joseph out. Sorry about all that. I guess obviously you guys saw all of what he was doing before me, but yeah, I totally. Uh, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Joel, Ohio. I did put a resource in the chat. Definitely check that out. And you're having a baby in a couple weeks. Well, congratulations on that. Hopefully that'll at least be smooth. Missouri, yes, I did updates on Missouri earlier. Bottom line is there's no ETA. Let's see. So I'll take a couple more. Terry from Texas. Oh gosh, I haven't looked at Texas in a while. So yeah, I will do research on Texas and report back tomorrow. So in case you're new to the channel, I do go live on this channel Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if I don't get to your question, definitely come back tomorrow. And of course, I apologize in advance. Colorado. I did Colorado earlier in the chat. However, do I have a resource for you? Oh, no, that's right. Yeah. Colorado, they're starting to do town halls and their systems haven't been reprogrammed for PUC or PUA. June, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night because I actually have to run out. But thank you guys for being here. Please like this video if you got value out of it. And I'll go ahead and check out a couple of the states that you guys noted in the chat and report back tomorrow with what I find. And with that being said, have a great night. And thank you guys so much for being here and supporting the channel. Have a good one.